And another thing, Jada, you making it harder and harder for us to keep on having to defend you, girl.
Jayda Wayda, Jada Chivas, that's the type of friend that you have to watch out for.
The Jayda Wayda and Des podcast just remind me of two popular girls at lunch who had a lunch table and will make different people come sit at the table and just to gossip, talk, and be in their business and pretend they friends with them, but they ain't really friends with them.
Jada, girl. You know, you've been saying that it really wasn't Ari that was the mean girl, but it really was you for the last few years, and I'm starting to think it's true. Alright, so today's video is going to be a breakdown on the Jada Wayda mean girl controversy. And for you guys who do not know who Jada Wayda is one of the most popular Instagram models in the black community, and she is the baby mother of popular rapper Lil Baby. She's known for being pretty, her BBL, her son, and beef with other popular Instagram model Ari Fletcher, and they were both on the Impact ATL. Also, allegedly, a lot of people think she steals like her ideas, her business ideas from other people. People think she has no personality other than being a mean girl and is a male-centered young lady. Now, why she's going viral right now, of course she always goes viral because she has millions of followers on Instagram, but why she's going viral right now is because she was just on a podcast and they had one of their other friends, her and her best friend Des has a podcast on YouTube. A lot of people don't really like it, but she has one. And they had one of their other friends on there, and like they was asking her like, well, how did y'all meet? That's what's asking. I'm like, how did y'all meet? And Jada Wayda was basically putting in like, oh, you was a fan, you asked to take a picture. That rubbed a lot of people the wrong way because it's like, you didn't have to say all that. If that's your friend, why would you even try to put her in that light? And that's not the first time people think that Jada Wayda has been being shady. A lot of people think that Jada Wayda only wants to be friends with people that she could treat like her lapdog, and that's why her and Ari Fletcher did not get along. But we got a lot to unpack, so let me do my disclaimer so we can get right into the video. Disclaimer, everything in this video is alleged. Everything in this video is a personal opinion and strictly for entertainment. This video is protected under fair use. I don't know these people personally, so that's not a personal attack, and I didn't make this video to talk down on anyone. I just make great video essays with full backgrounds of celebrities, influencers, and reality TV stars. This is not T-Page, but I do kiki with my internet homie, so let's get into it.
You making it harder and harder for us to keep on having to defend you, girl. That interview that she did with G and Des, where Des asked her how her and G became... No, she asked G how they became friends, and Jada just had to let everybody know that this girl was fanned out, that she asked for a picture, that she took her under her wing and invited her and her friends to go out with them that night, and kept on interrupting her. And from what I've seen in other videos, like Jada has been like extremely rude and nasty to her also. Like, I don't know if that's like a thing with their friend group or that's how they talk to each other, but I don't like that. And I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. I didn't like the interview at all. And it just also seems like Jada kind of befriends people that she can like boss around or whatnot. And I really like Jada, I really do. And another thing also, what happened to them two light-skinned boys that they used to be with all the time, Austin and Al? What happened to them? Like, they like disappeared.
Last year she was being a mean girl to another one of her friends because they had like Jada had a birthday trip or whatever, and the girl could not stay because she had already she stayed for the trip, but Jada wanted to extend it another 24 hours, and Jada got mad and stopped being friends with her because she could not stay another 24 hours, and the girl had already had plans with her boyfriend, and she just cut her friend off of that. And it's like, girl, she stayed for your birthday trip. And then Jada went on her podcast and talked about it, and of course, you know, when you are a public figure, people are in love with you, and I'm not talking about like a healthy in love, like stalkerish in love with you. So if like you say, oh, I don't like Steve Harvey no more, they be so mind manipulated and in a cult, they will start sending Steve Harvey death threats. This is just like hypothetical, right? But y'all know it's real, like that's what the fans would do or whatever. So I don't think that's right. I never think that's right when you have a big platform and you go online and you tell something personal that happened, knowing that you about to sick your fans on this other person. That's not right.
Jayda Wayda, Jada Chivas, that's the type of friend that you have to watch out for. So I just went down this whole rabbit hole and found out all this tea that just happened yesterday. So I'm going to talk about it. So Jada's birthday was it just recently passed, and she went to Paris for her birthday. Now, she said on her podcast this was like a last minute trip, and all her friends, they went to Paris. So say the trip was for 5 days. On the 4th day, they decided that they should extend the trip another day. So 2 of the friends couldn't stay for that last extended day. They stayed for the regular amount of days, and then they had to go. These friends were a girl named G and a girl named Leah. So mind you, Jada gets on her podcast with Des talking about this, and when Jada brings it up, Des is like, "Oh, boo, tomato, tomato," and Jada's like, "Yeah, that's another topic for another day." The fact that the friends left early. So all the Jada's fans, they go to Leah's Instagram and shit. They're asking her like, "Oh, why'd you leave early?" Since Jada said it in a shady way, the fans are coming at her asking her why she left early in a shady way. Like, damn, why you leave your friend's birthday trip early? Da 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 da. So Leah gets on live last night, right? And she's addressing the situation. She said that the reason she left early is because it was already a last minute trip. She already had plans with her boyfriend or whatever. So she could stay till the scheduled days, but she couldn't stay for that extended 24 fucking hours. Mind you, it's one fucking day. Like, it's not that big of a deal. So Leah says after the trip, Jada stopped answering all her calls, all her texts. Like, she just started getting ignored.
Jada likes people that are beneath her. That's why her and Ari can't be friends. And that's really what it's given. I hate when someone that tries to, like, little girl or little boy your friends. Like, are you a friend? Are you a friend? Or you just looking for, like, people that's just going to be a yes man? That's why you want people that's doing less, like, that's not doing as good as you. Jada and Des for both being messy. Jada is corny and Des is definitely her lip dog. Right, and friends like Des, they don't even really be that person friends. They just using them for what they can get out of them, because it's like, will we know Des without Jada?
Jada, can you stop posting your child? Like, for real, now I'm getting tight. Like, Jada gotta gatekeep loyal. Like, I just saw a video of them riding the car in the wet rain on the highway. She barely got her hands on the steering wheel. And they driving, and he's standing up in the backseat rapping. It's like, do all of that. I don't care what y'all do with your kids. I promise you, I don't care what y'all do with your kids, as long as y'all not hurting them. But stop posting on the internet, because now people talking about, oh, he's gay, he's this, that, and the third. Like, they've been saying. It's like, bro, at this point, we don't want to see your child. Like, it's time we take a page out of Lauren London's book and don't post your child, or only post your child when need be. But it's just like, I get it, you trying to be an influencer, you trying to let us like keep up with your life, but stop posting that child, because now I'm getting tight, and I feel like you're making room for people to talk about your parenting skills and to talk about your child. And it's like, nah, just wipe them from the net like Beyonce. That's it. And they're gonna be begging you like, oh, where he at? Y'all didn't deserve him.
Someone said that Jada Wayda should have never opened up her mouth, because that's where her downfall went at, because people realize that she's a pretty face, but her personality is ugly. Someone said that's why things work for Lori Harvey. She barely opens her mouth. For real, because the same thing with Haley Bailey. Like, a lot of people like, oh, she's a pretty girl. She's probably innocent. And then people saying like she wasn't. Or why did she pick that man? But their personalities, like, they were compatible. The issue isn't the influencer, it's the projection. People fall in love with the image they created, then turn on you when you don't match it. That's not on her, that's on the audience. Perception is a personal responsibility. Most definitely is not on her, but if you want your pockets to keep growing, you do have to be a person that the audience likes. Like I said with Miss Netta, they'll still watch you, but she's like an influencer. Miss Netta is not an influencer. She's a live streamer to me. If you're an influencer, the influencers are the ones that actually make the money with the brand deals. Content creator, they make their money with like through like the actual platform. So if she wants people to keep on giving her money so she can make thousands and thousands off a brand deal, she has to have a likable personality, or like they say, keep your mouth shut.
Media downfall of Instagram models once they open their mouths is actually something that should be studied. And I think the best example of this is Jayda Wayda, and the newest example of this is India Love. But back to Jayda Wayda. Once Jada got on TV, once she did that show, The Impact, that was the end for her. Before that, Jada was like the people's princess. Like, nobody could get enough of Jayda Wayda. People love Jayda Wayda so fucking much, and the minute she started showing her personality, that was the end of that. She could never do anything right after that. Literally, think about it. Every single thing she has done since then has been under extreme scrutiny. From the clothing brand, from it being overpriced, from it being not worth it, from her copying literally every goddamn body with that, to the lashes and shit for it being overpriced, to the her podcast with Des, to her friendship with the girl G. Once she showed her personality, it was curtains for that. And the craziest part about it is that's what people thought would happen with Ari, and it actually didn't. The reverse happened. People did not like Ari until she got on the show, and we've seen, hold on, wait, and she got on the show and it's like, wait, we don't. India Love. This is the first time I've ever heard India Love speak in my life. And every time she opens her mouth, it's bullshit out of it. It's really a good social experiment that you can like somebody for how they look, but they're really not who you think they are. Like, we create these ideas of who we think people are. We think once people like look good and like we're attracted to them visually, that means we're going to be attracted to who they are. And that's not always the case. And I just want to add, the fall off of Jada has to hurt her real bad, because she's never had to experience this. Jada has been that since she was a kid, since she was in high school. She's never had to deal with the hate train. She's never had to deal with coming on social media and seeing people critique literally every single thing she does. But now that's the only feedback that she's getting. She's not getting like, oh my God, Jada, we love you so much, we're going to support everything that you do. She's getting everything that you do, everything you come out with, we're going to critique it, and we're going to be very hard on you, because again, we do not like what you have shown us about your personality. We do not like the type of person that you have shown us that you are. And that's why if I was an Instagram model, if I had to make my money off the strength of people enjoying how I looked, that's how I would keep it. Y'all wouldn't hear a peep. If I knew that when I opened it, y'all wouldn't like what came out of it. So I don't understand why these people are doing this to themselves, knowing what their brand requires.
I love that popularity isn't enough anymore. And I think this comment comes from jealousy, but the comment is also true. Like a person like Jayda Wayda and Ari, they used to have to do nothing and they would just sell out. But now they actually have to be likable. That's why y'all seeing like a lot of these people talking more nowadays, because the competition of being an influencer is so big nowadays. It's so many of them. And people just don't have money to be buying into these people products like that anymore. So you are going to have something coming to the table. People buy from who they know, like, and trust. That journalism degree is worth more than the girls think, for real, because there's a lot of people, influencers, that they just get online, they just get on yapping. Like you hear people on TikTok telling people just to post, or just start their podcast. No, you had to do research first for something to really pop off and you to actually be successful from it and you to actually make money from it. Because the girl was saying, like, you could tell Jada Wayda just plopped up like, oh well, I got a lot of followers, I know this about to get a lot of views. And to be honest, for me, in my opinion, I don't think that podcast gets the amount of views that I think someone who has millions of followers, like she got over 10 million followers across different platforms. I feel like that podcast should be getting way more views than this, but the podcast is boring. And sometimes you're going to have to invest. Look, you better call up Shay and ask him, like, how can I borrow one of your people? Like, can I pay for one of your people? Can we share this person? Like, I got the money, I got the capital for it, and really ask them to help out your podcast, because podcasting really is where the money is right now. So I would definitely try to make that work.
The Jada Wayda and Des podcast just remind me of two popular girls at lunch who had a lunch table and will make different people come sit at the table and just to gossip, talk, and be in their business and pretend they friends with them, but they ain't really friends with them. You understand what I mean? Like, you can tell she didn't really do her homework on the premise of a podcast, understanding just basic interview techniques, conversational techniques, how to probe without over speaking, how to ask open-ended questions instead of closed-ended questions, and now you got to go back and speak more. The goal is to make your fucking interviewee speak as much as possible without you having to speak that much. You brought them to talk, not for you to be yapping. But because you're not a journalist and you didn't take your time to do the research, everything for you is followers equal dollars. It looks like shit. Set keep changing, y'all loud, y'all just the audio not right. It's just like, first of all, the sitting arrangement is not right either, if you really know journalism.
Jada Wayda knew that mention was unnecessary. I just asked her to tell a story, you turn around and you telling the story. Of course, the way that you remember it, but the way that she telling the story is giving more so like she was a fan of me. Like, she was a fan of me, and then like I started being cool with her type. Jada ain't beating them allegations. She ain't beating the mean girl allegations. We can clear as day see that Jada like befriending fans. People who gon' like be her lapdog, do what the fuck tell them to do, and listen to anything. I don't know, the whole vibe just felt weird. She literally sitting there talking about no, you asked for a picture. And G just sitting there be like, oh yeah, I did ask for a picture. That information was not necessary. We don't give a fuck if you asked for a picture. She asked how y'all met. Granted, you are trying to give every little detail, but the detail just feels unnecessary, unwanted. Like, we didn't ask for that. It gives, you really ain't got no genuine friends in your corner. I don't know, just give Mean Girl. But yeah, watching them do the whole little podcast interview, everything just fell off. I'm not gonna sit up here in front, but I had to scroll in the comments because I thought I was tripping for a second. Whole time I'm not tripping. The comments passed the vibe check.
Me seeing how that girl and Jada became friends, I think that's her name. Y'all, that's literally how girls in Atlanta pick their friends. I swear to God, that's literally how it is. And the fact that they're like, oh my God, it was just such a genuine connection, like instantly. You guys both called each other pretty.
All right, so let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section below. Do you like Jada Wayda? Do you think she do be copying off of smaller creators? Do you think she's a mean girl? Do you think she's male-centered? Or do you just love Jada Wayda? Like, is that your favorite influencer? To me, she and she probably do be copying off of small influencers. All of them do it. Shoot, they say Fashion Nova be doing it. I don't know, but don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn the post notification bells on. Talk to y'all tomorrow.